Hey, good Sunday morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So, Mary's going to take it away from here and tell us what we have going on for water and weather. And after we have some trail chatter, some rescues, and other things going on around the world, and I'm going to look up some stuff right now and see what's up. All right, take it away, Mary.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville is 67 degrees and we have some haze. Today we're going to have a high of 88 degrees with sunshine and a few clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. And then tonight, 65, partly cloudy, and again a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. Winds are light and variable today and tonight. Up on Blood Mountain today, we have a high of 80, dropping to 76 later on this afternoon, and then patchy fog before 9 a.m. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 4 and 5 p.m. Winds will be 5 mile per hour with 20% chance of rain. And then tonight, 65, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. And then it will be mostly clear with a 5 mile per hour wind and a 20% chance of rain. Water's pretty decent out there on the trail at the moment. Had a lot of heavy rain last night. I was out at Unicorn Gap and I was waiting on some riders, and it just poured really hard for about 20 minutes. Had thunder and lightning, and I even got hailed on a little bit. So that definitely brought some water. Top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. That'll keep you good. You have 6.2 miles as you hike north till you get to Justice Creek, and Justice Creek definitely has water. You can resupply there. You can supply at Slaughter Creek before you climb Blood Mountain, and then at Neil Gap before you continue north. Neil Gap to Hogpen Gap is dry, but then once you get to Hogpen Gap, the water source there is running. Just follow it all the way to the very last blue blaze, and you will have water. Snakes, let's just be mindful of snakes out there. It is summertime, and they're out with logs and rocks and stumps and everything. Let's remember that nest of copperheads up on the boulders on Cow Rock. Cow Rock is 5 miles north of Neil Gap. Continuing road closure at US 441 in the Smokies up on Newfound Gap Road between Sugarlands and Newfound Gap. That's on the Tennessee side. The side on North Carolina from Cherokee to Newfound is open and good to go. Bear closures in the Smokies, Kephart Prong Trail, Kephart Prong Shelter, and Icewater Spring Shelter. Icewater is on the Appalachian Trail. And then campsites 23 and 96. Bear warnings, Charlie's Bunyan, Trillium Gap Trail, Ramsey Cascades Trail, campsites 83 and 84. Let's remember to leave no trace, whether we're in the Smokies or wherever it is we're outside recreating. Let's store and properly dispose of our food and trash items, and that way everything can be safe and enjoyable for everyone out there. If we brought it in, let's remember to bring it out, and let's not feed the bears. Let's remember the person that got a citation up in the Great Smoky Mountains. They fed a bear. It was a mother bear and 2 cubs, and unfortunately, the bears are the ones that pay the ultimate price when they become a danger. So let's not feed the bears in any manner or any other wildlife out there. We want to keep them safe along with ourselves. Donald, I'm going to turn this over to you now, and you can talk about some other stuff that's going on out here and around us.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, guys. It is August 17th, 2025, and it's 5:22 a.m. All right. I apologize for that. I was just reading some stuff, and I found an interesting story about a lost hiker. And all right, and so rescue. Let's see what we have going on today. We have Colorado, Denver. An injured climber who was found after audibly calling for help was airlifted from Capitol Peak early Saturday after separating from their hiking partner Friday afternoon. I read this one. So the climber was evacuated from the peak of Capitol Peak after a search began when the partner made a 911 call for an overdue hiker at 6:52 p.m. MRA led the SAR effort, said the climbers chose to separate after reaching the Capitol Daily Saddle, a common path used by climbers ascending Capitol Peak, with one staying behind and the other continuing to the summit. They agreed to reunite at the saddle in 5 hours, with the climber who stayed behind descending to seek help when partner did not return in that time frame. A camper also heard cries for help from the north side of the Capitol Peak above Capitol Lake. MRA deployed a ground team, Colorado SAR, Colorado National Guard, high altitude, and care flight for the Rockies using night goggles. The ground team ultimately made contact with the climber at 4:16 a.m. after several hours of searching and continued audible calls for help. The climber was confirmed to be injured. MRA said all 21 of its volunteer personnel were involved with the SAR, and rescue was accomplished by 10 a.m. All were out of the field by then. So awesome. I'm glad that turned out the way it did.
That's right.
All right, so we have 2 missing hikers that were found safe in Montesano State Park, Huntsville, Alabama. According to Huntsville Police Department, 2 hikers went missing on McKay Hollow Trail and Montesano on Saturday afternoon. Huntsville Fire and Rescue and HEMSI were on the scene searching for the missing hikers. They were found and had sustained minor injuries. They also returned a 12-year-old to his mother, who was running a marathon that was taking place at the state park. He was riding his bike while she ran. Another person who was participating in the race found the child, and he was reunited with his mother.
People and scary when your child disappears.
Yes, dude, right, bro? All right, and so this is a hiker's harrowing story of survival in the Northern California wilderness. And I'm reading this from the NBC Bay Area News. And so a Contra Costa County man is feeling grateful to be alive after getting lost for 3 days in the wilderness while backpacking in Northern California. Daniel Sullivan of El Sobrante is an avid hiker, and whenever he's hiking, there's a good chance you'll see his dog Maisie by his side. This was the case during a backpacking trip to July to the Caribou Wilderness Trailhead, just 16 miles east of Redding. I hiked in about 5 miles to Beauty Lake, made my base camp, made myself dinner, just kind of relaxed, watched the sunset, went to sleep, said Sullivan. The next morning when Sullivan began hiking, he felt disorientated due to the altitude. He decided to call his wife to contact search and rescue if she did not hear back from him that night. Been hiking for 45 years, and for some reason, 8,000 feet this time. I was just not feeling well, said Sullivan. Despite previously walking this trail numerous times, Sullivan was now lost. I decided, am I going to be anxiety-ridden? Am I going to be beating myself up, or am I going to be solution-oriented and try to have a positive mindset and get out of the situation, said Sullivan. He's probably not thinking, right, because he had some issues going on, so his reasoning, probably wasn't the best. So for 3 days, he tried to find his way back to base camp, surviving off a pound of peanuts, drinking limited water, and digging trenches to shelter himself and Maisie, who comforted him as the temperatures dropped at night. As I shifted at night, I'd sleep with my legs curved one way and my legs curved the other, and then she would just adjust her position to be there. Or if I slept with my legs open, she'd sleep on my back. And I just sleep on my back like I'm Mummy. I do that sometimes. She would sleep between my legs, said Sullivan. And while setting up one of his shelters, he could hear his daughter's voice in his head telling him, don't give up. I heard my younger daughter almost like she was saying, Daddy, I love you. Come back safely, said Sullivan. After 3 days in the wilderness, Sullivan did come back safely with search and rescue crews locating him and Maisie near a lake. When he returned to base camp and charged his phone, a text message came through saying, I love you. Please come back safely, from his daughter. The same words he heard in his head the day before. That was one of the things that helped push me forward. That connection, I could feel her reaching out with love, said Sullivan. Sullivan says he plans to go back to the same trailhead next year, but with a bit more caution, of course, with Maisie by his side. Probably just going to stay on the trails because I'm 60 and I have a lot of responsibility, and I'm going to stay on this planet a little while longer, said Sullivan. So that's a pretty cool story. I'm glad they were able to locate the dude and get him out of there. He should get himself one of those Garmins.
That's right. Everybody should have a Garmin, no matter what you're doing. Because you never know when a little trip is going to turn into something that you do need search and rescue. Never assume just because you're only going to be a mile or two that you're okay. You know, something can happen.
All right. We saw that one the other day. All right. And so yesterday we had a few shuttles, long distance ones, and then Jordan was down at the airport late last night, so he got in late. But yeah, not a lot going on out here right now. It's super beautiful. It's starting to cool off, getting down in the 60s at night and 70s during the day sometimes, man. I mean, yesterday was like 85 or something,
Yeah,
right?
today's going to be another hot one, and I think tomorrow, and then I think we start heading down to the low 80s again. That's what I was seeing when I was looking at the weather, so I'm excited about that, and fall is getting closer.
It sure is,
I'm
and
excited.
yeah, definitely. Did you see that hurricane season's coming too,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
So did you see that hurricane brewing off the coast?
Yeah, I
I think it's
saw it.
Hurricane Eric or Aaron, is it?
Yeah, right now it's kind of twisting away from us. I mean, maybe some of the states will get some outer bands, but you know, it's a little far out there to predict yet. Those things wiggle and wobble and kind of do whatever they want to do. So let's everybody stay safe and prepared and take the proper precautions. Let's not forget, 2 days ago it started. We have the Georgia Mountain Fair.
Oh, yeah,
going
that's
on
right.
Over in Hiawassee at the fairgrounds. So come check it out. They'll be there for 2 weeks.
I can't believe they stay for 2 weeks, man. That's actually a long time.
It is a long time, but it's popular. I know I've had traffic
Yeah.
in years past, you know, coming down like from Unicoi Gap or Dix Creek. It'll start like out past Lake Chautauqua Hospital as I'm coming down through town, and you gotta kind of crawl. So I've learned over the years, just kind of go side around it and, you know. stay
Oh,
out of
through
way.
the little back road
Yeah,
there?
over
Yeah,
by Dollar
smart.
General. I think that's 288 or something. But,
Yeah, take you all right around, man.
if I remember that.
I think it is 288.
I think it is, and that'll spit you out over on the other side of town, away from all of that. But yeah, come check it out if you get the chance to.
Sweet, man. All right, guys. So if anyone needs, we're going to end it here, man. Did you have anything else you'd like to say, Mary?
I'm good.
Sweet. So if anyone needs anything at all, just give us a call. We're around, man. Email us, call us, text us, whatever. Messenger us. We're here for you guys, man. All right. One love, kids. Peace. Have a great day.